Welcome to the Interlocking Loops Flosstube video. It's December 8th, 2019. Well, it's been a few weeks since we've talked. Let's get on to what the creative energy has been producing. Okay, let's talk a little bit about finished objects. Let's see. The Country Cottage Needleworks pattern. Christmas cookies, if you remember that. I've changed the lighting a little bit today in hopes that it's not quite so glary, so we'll see. I did get it finished. I changed the colors a little bit. I changed the motifs on the side a little bit too. But I enjoyed that. That was very quick. And that's on Coffee Tea Dyed Ada. Another one that's almost cast on, shall we say. I keep it in the same project bag. I have three different ones that are staying in the same project bag because so many of the colors are similar. Is Little House Needleworks. I believe it's Gingerbread Cookies is the pattern. Isn't that gingerbread man cute? He'll make a cute pillow. And that'll be on Coffee Tea Dyed Ada as well. So, kind of modeled. I don't remember if it's 14 count or 16 count, but that's exciting. The other one that I have in the same project bag, which maybe will be cast on pretty close to Christmas, I think. Only because I don't think I can get to it any faster, is All Dolled Up, Little House Needleworks, Peppermint Twist. And I've seen a few of these finished. So that's adorable. So that has yet to be cast on. I'm hoping to get that started. I have a lot of plans. Let's just put it that way. I have a lot of plans. We may be getting some extra audio with Pumpkin going to help us out there with one of his toys. Something else I have finished, and those of you following me on Instagram as Interlocking Loops will have seen this. I did post that in the last couple of days. It's a Brenda Gervais pattern. Jingle All the Way. I love that Santa. I did change the Santa color that she had to another red that's also in it. I think it called for chili pepper for the coat, but I did all the red the same, and it is cherry cobbler. And here is the finished stitching. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's on Picture This Plus, Ada, and I believe it's the Mirage colorway. 16 count. So I'm really excited about that one. Another thing that I have been stitching that is not quite finished. I think we talked about this a little bit last time. The Sue Hillis Designs. This kind of sampler has lots of different things that you could individually pull out and stitch. I'm stitching this one right here with the mug. And I believe it's 14 count Ada. I believe it's toffee. And I'm going with the called for colors. However, the variegation in the two colors here, for example, with the whipped cream on top, you can't really see that. So it's kind of a bummer. I think that would also look nice in a 10 count black Ada as well. I think that those colors would really pop with that too. So I'm considering at some point doing that for me too. So, okay, since I finished that one by Brenda Gervais, I am looking at starting another one of hers that I believe we did talk about. And I have most of the flosses for that as well. I did go with several of them with the fancy flosses. This is Jolly Happy Soul. I know many of you have seen it. That cute Frosty the Snowman. And that is on, I believe, a 16 count coffee tea dyed. It's a dyed a little bit darker than what it is in the pattern, but I think it'll look really nice. I think the snowman color will pop a little bit more. It took quite some deciding, trying to come up with exactly which would look the best, and that's what I decided. So, okay, another thing I've been working on. You remember the punch needle from the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine? On the corner of Pumpkin and Vine is actually the pattern. So I have all the pumpkin and all the flowers and the vine all finished. Now it's a matter of the filling in portion. And I hope to get some of this done because I need to start another one for the Christmas. So it's coming along pretty well. Okay, let's go on to what I'm thinking about doing next. I've had difficulty trying to come up with the right green. Now I know I believe it's With Thy Needle and Thread. Her website, I believe she has the linen that she used in Candy Cane Wishes pattern. See that green? Well, I want to use Ada. I have an easier time seeing it. And I've went back and forth. I bought several different kinds of colors of green from 123 Stitch, hoping it would be the right one. What's most promising is some that I just received from a purchase. It's Jolly Green. It's a fat quarter. 16 count Ada from Luminous Fiber Arts. Hope you can kind of see that. That's pretty close. That's maybe the closest that I've had so far. We'll have to see if that ends up being the one I stick with, but I'm leaning that way. So that's exciting to feel like I'm getting some of that settled. So that was kind of a little bit of new acquisitions. Let's talk about a couple other ones. Quilting Grandma Elkin. I have bought a couple more of her project bags. This one here, if you go to her Etsy shop, you'll find several that you like as well. I can tell you that because I seem to like them a lot. Aren't those cute? Oh. Okay, the other one, it's got the really pretty Christmas ornaments in blues. And I do part of the Christmas ornaments at our house in blues too, so that particularly appealed to me. So that's been acquisitions. I do have both windows on my computer open. One is at 123 Stitch, and one is Fat Quarter Shop because I need to order some flosses. Additional audio noise in the background from one of our cats. So I'm going to see where I can get most of it at one certain location, and then I'm going to order the floss from there. So I'm excited about that. New projects coming. I like this time of year. It's very exciting. So we talked way early in my Flosstube videos about Stitch 9 projects that the Farm Girl is doing, and that one of mine projects is actually my first rag quilt, and I have been making progress on that. Today I stitched the squares, each individual square. I'm using this blue with the white snowflakes, which I just absolutely love, flannel. I'm doing some batting, and the back is another layer of white flannel. And other blocks that go with it. See, I've got the whole stack here in front of me. I'm trying to keep everything together. I'm afraid if I separate it, I'm going to lose track of it. There's a dark navy color, as well as the whole back is going to be white, but then the third color in the top is also this white. So I found it to be It makes me a little bit anxious. I'm not the best individual with a sewing machine, but I have enjoyed working on it, and I hope this to be kind of a lap blanket up in our living room for the holidays. So my goal last weekend was to get a little more of these stitched. I didn't get any of them stitched, but in the end I got them all done this week, so I'm kind of caught up with my personal goal. This is my last one on the Stitch 9. I have a few days off from work here coming up, and my plan is to sew them in rows, and then I can go ahead and get it finished. So I'm excited by that. The information, my instructions for doing this pattern are from the Rag Quilting for Beginners book. Let's see, who is it by? Felicity Walker, quiltersdiary.com. So I believe I bought this probably off the internet, probably from Amazon. And she has more books on beginning quilting, so I haven't purchased any of those, but I can see that maybe that's something I will be getting into a little bit. So this has been kind of fun. I feel like this will be a nice soft blanket, and I'm excited. I wanted to make sure I got this down because I do feel like I'm going to be making some more, so that's wonderful. Another thing that I've started here very, very recently is another pair of socks. And for those of you that have been following me for a little while, may also have come across my audio podcast, Interlocking Loops, where I talk mainly about knitting. I bought some yarn. I have a difficulty staying away from sock yarn that's especially holiday Christmas. This is the Grinch colorway by the Glitzy Toes Base. It's a 2-ply fingering weight. It has 463 yards, 400 grams skein. It's a 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% gold stellina by Legacy Fiber Arts. If you want to find them on Etsy, they have a shop. So it came with a skein for heels and toes. But I don't know this colorway, but I just love this pink. That is reading pretty accurate. Is that not gorgeous? But don't fret. I really did like the main color too. And I'll take it out of. So I haven't got very far getting it knit up. And I don't know if in the light you can see the gold stellene or not, but it's definitely there. And the yarn itself has some lighter green, darker green, bits of pink. And it does sparkle pretty well. Oh, I love that. Love some good sparkly yarn. The last thing, which I have talked about before, but did not bring up, I don't think, the last episode, is the sweater I've been working on. The Humulus sweater by Isabel Kramer. Guess I'll show you what it looks like here. It's hard to maybe see here, but it's light gray with a yellow, a sunny yellow. Well, sometimes mine look exactly like the pictures. I had the gray heathered 220 already, and I just bought the 220 in the yellow. 220 Cascade 220 is a worsted weight yarn. It comes in many, 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 many colors, and I'm pretty sure I bought the yellow from websoryarn.com. They have a huge selection. And what I did different from the pattern called for is I made it short sleeved. I haven't got the ends woven in. It's just been, I blocked it. It's finally dry. But mine are going to be short sleeves. I'm going to wear it with a long t-shirt kind of thing. So that's finished. And I'm excited about that because if any of you have been following on my Instagram, you know I've posted a little bit about my trials and tribulations. I had some mistakes, did some things I thought I knew what I was doing because I wanted to change what I thought the fit was going to be. I ended up binding off in the bottom and tried it on, and I didn't like the changes I had made. It's better, you know, I'm not a designer. It's better maybe to stick to the written pattern. But what I ended up doing was then ripping the whole body back up to the color work and knitting it per the pattern instructions, and it's turned out much better. So go figure, right? So that I'm happy to have that done, and the long sleeve t-shirt that I plan on wearing underneath of it, I ordered from Land's End just yesterday. So that'll be a nice thing to wear. And with the short sleeves, I won't get quite so warm. Most of my sweaters are long sleeved, but I thought, it'd be nice. I have a couple that are store-bought sweaters that have shorter sleeves that are really versatile, so you don't get too warm with having long sleeves. Now, up until this point, it's been too warm to wear anything with long sleeves made of wool, at least at my house. It's just too warm. However, the weather does make it sound like we'll have highs in the 20s by Tuesday and Wednesday here. And, and that's Fahrenheit. So that's, for us, is going to be cold with lows in the single digits, it sounds like. I don't really like it that cold, but I do like the change of seasons, and I appreciate the fact that the weather does change. So, well, this is my update for today. I hope this maybe inspires you to be creative with your cross-stitching, your knitting, your punch needle, your sewing, whatever your craft may be. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.